Hello and welcome to In the Money Media's coverage of Royal Ascot 2026. Peter Thomas Fornatal back with you. Not so much in the Brooklyn bunker. I don't know if I can do anything alliterative with this. It's sort of an Ascot bungalow where I'm staying within walking distance of the course, and very happy to kick on with our Tuesday show. We're doing this as video for the first time. If you're listening on the audio side and want to check it out on YouTube, drop us a comment with your Ascot best bet for Tuesday. Make sure to go to the In the Money Media YouTube channel. But we're kicking off in style as we did last year with a friend and colleague of mine. Callum Helliwell joins us now from the road, it looks like. How are things, my friend?
Life on the road, Peter, as a reporter for Sky Sports Racing, it never stops. So I'm currently on my way to Chepstow Racecourse, where we've got 8 races on the eve of Royal Ascot. For your bungalow, I've got some alliteration for you. You're officially in the Berkshire Bungalow, and you can hold on to that one, copyright it, patent it, whatever you want to do. The Berkshire Bungalow is where you will be from now on.
That is perfect. I wish I'd been as quick thinking as you. Let's dive into these races on Tuesday, my friend. We start off the meeting with a bang. Who do you like in the Queen Anne?
Well, I'll take on the favourite. Notable Speech has been to the Royal Meeting twice and blown up twice in that meeting. So I'm happy to take him on. I thought he ran a lovely race last time at Newbury, but I think it was a horse that finished behind him who caught my eye the most. I think More Thunder, who has been nibbled in the market now, is I think joint favourite with Opera Ballo. I like him. I think he can take another step forward from that run at Newbury. Opera Ballo's done nothing wrong, but Charlie Appleby is in awful form, and his Royal Ascot record over the last couple of years has been atrocious. So I just can't have him. But I do think Opera Ballo has done nothing wrong. Last year with the Docklands, have had a really interesting prep. Went to Doncaster, won nicely, then went to Chartin and ran a massive race to finish third. I think he could go well. We know he loves Ascot. But again, now he's around the 7-1 mark. He's not really offering me enough each way value to get stuck into him. And I don't think he's a win bet here.
All right, let's move right on. Group 2 action in the Coventry Stakes up next. What's your thought on this one?
Well, I think Aidan O'Brien has the top 2 in the betting for a reason. They usually know what the time of day is. Confucius is a gorgeous, gorgeous horse, but he's not the one for me. I like Eve Johnson Horton has one in here called Night in Vegas. Most of these horses in this race have won once at a small track somewhere in the lengths and breadths of Great Britain. I'm going to take them on with the horses we've seen twice. Once at Ascot when I was there and interviewed Eve on that day. Very impressive victory. And then again in a conditions race at Goodwood, where he did it in good style as well. For each way punter, there's a horse in here called Mrare, who goes for George Scott. He cost 800,000 as the breeze up. He got one of the worst rides that O'Shea Murphy had ever given a horse at Newmarket when he was beaten on debut. Ryan Moore was drafted in at Lingfield, and he duly did the job. On this occasion, O'Shea is back on. I think if he'd won at Newmarket and then won at Lingfield, he'd be half the price. He's around 14-1 at the moment. That is each way value. He's drawn in the middle in 14, which I mean O'Shea will have to make a choice. I think they're going to come stand side, so I imagine high draws will be to the 4.
Each way for some of the Americans who might be new to international racing. Basically, it's a win show bet. And if you're playing USA style exotics, that's a price to try to get in the mix underneath. Let's move on to the second of the 2 Breeders' Cup win in your in races, the Queen Anne being one for the mile. The King Charles III Stakes is winning your in for the Turf Sprint. Overpass heads the market. Are you with or against?
I'm with him. I really like this horse. Bjorn Baker, he's one of those trainers who I think British people are going to either love or hate. He's very much like a Wesley Ward. He says it how it is. He had fun while he does it. He's a big man for the owners. He wants to have fun and have a big laugh. And I really, really like him as a trainer here. And I think Overpass, even if Overpass isn't the best Australian sprinter, I think he could make all of our European sprinters look a little bit slow. I do like last year's winner, American Affair, who's currently 3rd in the market. He ran a really nice race last time, and it is always coming up. Jim Goldie, his trainer, will have timed him to the minute. Now, for a lot of your listeners who might not know Jim Goldie, he's based up in Scotland. He's a big, imposing Scotsman, and I absolutely love the man. But he knows when the money's down and he's got one, they tend to go well. And Jim Goldie is all about that. They won it last year. I wouldn't be too surprised if American Affair can do it again. He ran a lovely race behind Knight Raider, the second favourite. I just think he's been primed for this day. The concern is, I just don't think they're going to get past Overpass. Only concern for Overpass supporters, the jockey's never ridden in Europe before. That would be my only concern. But at the end of the day, he's a very easy tactical horse. Go out in front and don't get caught. I think he's just going to be too quick.
The hinge of the card, race number 4 is St. James's Palace Stakes for the 3-year-olds. We have a Breeders' Cup connection here with Stad coming back second in the betting, but all eyes here seem to be on Bo Echo, potential superstar, if not superstar already. What are your views?
Oh, I love him. I think he's a monster. I really do. I think we're going to see something special. Stard is lovely. I think he will go for the Breeders' Cup Mile on that turf, and he will be very hard to beat in America. But here on these shores, I think Bo Echo's a freak. I'm so excited for George Bowie. He's had good horses before, but this is his first good horse. Billy Loughnane, very similar. He's ridden some good horses before, but this is his first good horse. And at Newmarket when they took it to the Coolmore boys, the place was bouncing. And I think if I'd love them to see them do it again. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a brilliant race tactically. It's going to be fascinating with Puerto Rico in there, who looks to be a pacemaker. But if he was at any other yard, would be a stable star. It's very hard to kind of look past him. But Stard is fancied. But I think Bo Echo, who solidified in the market over the last couple of days, people were trying to take him on. But look, everyone in Newmarket is saying this thing's an aeroplane. And although Newmarket is famously full of liars, I think they're telling the truth today.
I love that description. One of the races of the meeting for sure right there. We'll proceed to the 5th race on the card, the Ascot Stakes, going over 2 miles. Is this one inscrutable, or can we find a way in?
Oh, no, you can find a way in here. It's the owners of the favourite. The King and Queen will be there on Tuesday, and they have a horse in the shape of Reaching High, who is at the top of the betting. And let's say we get a few favourites winning early races in the card. The first 4 Group 1s all go to favourites. And then we have a big 2.5 mile handicap. And you're going to have another favourite in the colours of the Queen that they're going to smash in on course. I can see it winning. I can see the bookies with their little hats looking for money and cash at the end of the day. If you're looking for something with a bit more value, Mordor for Jamie Spencer and Gordon Elliott. No one rides Ascot better than Jamie Spencer, and Gordon Elliott has prepped this horse by running it in a 3-mile chase. This is a typical handicap plot job, and I like Mordor there at a lovely price each way. But I tell you what, 9-4 might look very big if the first few favourites come in with Reaching High. He could get smashed up in the betting in that Ascot Stakes.
Fascinating storyline to follow there. Always great to have these royal runners at Royal Ascot. And Mordor, not just a hunch play for Tolkien fans out there. Let's go to race number 6 on the card, the Wolferton Stakes. What do you think is going to win this?
And last year's winner's Hartem has been to Ascot twice and he's won twice. I think he's going to go there 3 times and win 3 times. Last year's second, Galen, is also in there, but he doesn't seem the same horse as last year. Wimbledon Hawkeye goes for Kieran Fallon, who I think can have a really big meeting. The jockey, he is the second string rider to William Haggis, but he's been flying this season. He's got the best strike rate out of any jockey in the top 10 in the jockeys rankings in the UK. He's just riding out of his skin. One at a slightly bigger price. I spoke to the owners of Empfjar. They picked him up for 120,000. He's gone from Shadwell. He's still trained by Roger Varian. Ray Dawson is on board. Now, Ray has been Roger's go-to man this season. They've got a really good partnership. Empfjar has been bought and owned by some very shrewd punters, proper punters, big money players. He's 11-1. He's been supported. They've also got Goblet of Fire in the last as well. I wouldn't be surprised if either of those run very well on the day. I've been given some very confident vibes from Empfjar. I'm just concerned that he might not have enough to beat Hartem, who absolutely loves this meeting.
Couple good ideas there. We move on to the Copper Horse Stakes to close things out. Doesn't get any easier here. 19 runners. We're going to mile 6. I need you to do the work so I don't have to here, my friend. Who do you like in the lucky last?
I like Ross Orion's amount here, Daiquiri Bay. He actually finished ahead of Gamari, the second favourite, the last time they met. If I make sure I got my form lines correct, I have. Alan King's had a really good season and does very well at the Royal Meeting. Most people know him for his jumps exploits, but he's had plenty of Royal Ascot winners. I don't think he's been unfound in the market at 7-1, but for me, he's a really intriguing prospect. And arguably, a race that has fallen apart a bit. A lot of the horses who were in the Copper Horse have actually ended up in the Ascot Stakes. This race has got dramatically weaker, which is why Valiancy is a 9-4 fav. I mean, you're talking about a short price fav on day one of Ascot in a big handicap. That's William Haggis's horse. He was a nice winner last time. He looks maybe the one in the field who could go on to bigger and better things. But I think Daiquiri Bay is a tough nut to crack, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went well. Right down at the bottom, and this people may laugh at this, a horse called Yashin in here for Michael Bell. Last season, he won the Sagaro Stakes in good fashion. He's a big yoke of a horse. He's bigger than me, Peter, for goodness sake. That means he's massive. He's in there for Tom Marquand in a handicap, getting eased in the weights all the time. He's shown nothing in his last few starts. It'll take you through. Since he won at Ascot, he finished 7th of 8, 6th of 6, 22nd of 22, 6th of 11th, and 12th of 12. That doesn't scream good form.
30.
But if you look at the races he was running in, Group 1, listed, Class 2, Class 2, Class 2. He's been running in much better races than this. I think this is going to be a big drop in class. I think it could be an each way play, and he will offer you plenty of value right at the bottom. Now, he might just be completely out of form and fallen out of love with the game, but this is the first time he's been in a winnable race since he started with Michael Bell. So Yashin at a massive price. But for me, I do like Daiquiri Bay in that race for Ross Orion. I'm going to see Ross Orion today at Chepstow, so I will be begging him to say some good words about Daiquiri Bay.
Good stuff. Well, I look forward to seeing you over there. You will be in non-working mode, so that means that the first jug of Pimm's is on me. Really appreciate you coming on with us here today.
Peter, you never pay me for this podcast, so I better get a bloody jug of Pimm's, I tell you.
Great stuff, Callum. Thank you so much. Thanks to our friends at Ascot for sponsoring this video. We're going to be back with views on these races every day. You can find much more over at inthemoneypodcast.com as well. Daily analysis. And if you want even more than that, we've got tips on the In the Money Plus side of things as well. inthemoneypodcast.com/plus if you want to check that out. Thanks so much for tuning in and subscribing to the In the Money Media YouTube channel.